work on various gig apps, mostly DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Instacart. Sometimes I will turn on Grubhub in desperate times. I'm a wife, I'm a mother, sister, friend, yada yada. And I decided to do YouTube in 2026. I've been a stay-at-home mom since I had my first child in 2016. It was unplanned. I thought I'd be the one who wanted to go back to work after a few months, and once I became a mother, I just wanted to be with my kids. So I stayed home. I ended up having 3 children, and my third child I had, I got pregnant with at the height of the pandemic. So after that, and she turned about a year, I started working. My household needed more income. My husband's job was unstable, again, due to that pandemic. And so I started doing gig work in order to have a schedule that I could control, so I could be there for my kids and still contribute to the household. So that's what I have been doing for the last, I think I've been doing this now for about 4 years. And yeah, welcome. I hope you decide to join me. I hope you decide to stay. I'm going to stop for gas. I got my first call on DoorDash to do a shop at Sprouts. 15.7 miles for like $30, but 12 minutes of it is just to get over to Sprouts. So let me gas up and then we'll be on our way. All right. I feel like it took just as long to check out as it took to shop. Because they at Sprouts are meticulous about bagging, and they're probably the best baggers known to man. Everybody should be trained how to bag groceries at Sprouts. But anyhow, it's about 15 minutes to the customer, so still about an hour or so to make $30. So all right, it's 10:51. Anywho, that's all done. Made $29.78 on that for, I don't know, an hour and 15 minutes. So that's awesome. Gonna work my way back to an area where there's some activity. Okay, I'm gonna get to moving, and next time I get an order, I will let you know. Well, since I wasted a bunch of miles trying to come back to my area because there was nothing going down there, despite that it said it was busy at the Publix, I took an $11 for 8-mile ABC liquor order. Again, just to kind of keep me moving. And because, I mean, I don't know. I just took it. Alright, got that picked up. It was very easy. Just went straight back because I knew where the item was. Grabbed it, and now I'm on my way. It's about a 16-minute drive. But since I have the time, I want to go ahead and tell a little story. About a year ago, I had a shop on DoorDash to go to ABC Liquor, pick up, I think it was like a bottle of vodka. It's a pretty cheap order. $8 to go however many miles or something like that. Anyway, so I get to the drop-off, and when we deliver alcohol, we have to verify identification. So we take your driver's license, ID, whatever it is that you've got, and we have to scan it through the app. And the woman that I was dropping off to, she seemed upset. You know, none of my business. I'm just there to drop off the order, right? So I asked for ID, and she hands me her phone with a picture of the front of her ID. And I was like, I can't do anything with this. I have to scan the back of your ID. Do you have your actual ID? Mind you, this was at an apartment complex. She was like on the 2nd floor, just kind of sitting on the stairs with her dog. And she proceeds to tell me that she doesn't have a picture of the back of her ID, and the cops took her ID a day or two ago because she was on her third DUI. And in Florida, it's a like 3 strikes you're out type of situation. If you get 3 DUIs, you know, you're say goodbye to your driver's license for a good while. And I mean, I felt terrible because there's nothing I can do. I'm not losing my job to leave you with alcohol that I can't verify. And God forbid, obviously, you can't just scan your own ID. The app knows that. It has your identification information for verification purposes for employment. So that's a no-no. So I'm not using my ID. And so not only was this poor woman still ordering alcohol after her third DUI, and her driver's license has been revoked. She doesn't have an ID. But she didn't think of the fact that if it didn't work out for her, now I have to drive all the way back to the store to return the alcohol. And I mean, we get paid, but like what happens is we get paid half of the original order. So whatever that $8 was minus her tip, so whatever the base pay was, maybe like $4, we get paid half of that. That's it. We don't get reimbursed for our time, our energy, nothing like that. So as bad as I felt for this woman who must have been going through it, don't do that. Just don't do that. Alright, customer was waiting for me outside her apartment door, so that was really nice. I saw a order come through on Instacart that was just kind of sitting there for Publix. It was $7 I think $7.17 to go 1.2 miles to get 5 items, one of which is a case of water. So I kept my eye on it because I knew nobody was going to take it. And the closer I got to this delivery, the closer I got to that Publix. Because like I've mentioned before, the mileage they give us is from the store to the customer, not total like it is on like DoorDash and Uber Eats and stuff. But I'm literally like 2 seconds, like a mile pretty much from there, and they boosted it because no one wanted it, so it went up to like $8.02. And even with the drive there, it's like 2-ish miles total to go in and grab 5 items. So while I'm over here, I might as well make an extra $8. That makes this trip, you know, $19 instead of $11. I still have to trek all the way back, so this just kind of sweetens that pot a little bit. So I'm gonna go grab that and get that done and check back with you in a little bit. All right, drop that off in the same community that I came from right before that, and I had a feeling that was gonna be the case, so that's cool. And then there was an offer for $7.72 to literally just shop for 9 items. So the way that works at Publix is that you shop for it, and then you go through and check out, and then there's like a little cove that you can go into where you print out little labels, you bags, you know, put them on the bags and put them in the appropriate place, and you don't have to drive anywhere. So normally those are really low paying, but to not have to put any miles except for the 1 mile it takes me to get there, that's an extra almost $8. And like I said, I'm already kind of in a deficit in a way of the fact that I have to get back to my area, which is a few miles. So this really helps out, kind of close that gap. So I'm going to run in and grab those 9 items very quickly, get them over to where they need to be, and then try to head back and eat my lunch. I grabbed some sushi and some shrimp cocktail. I'm trying to eat a little bit healthier, and it seemed like there was a good amount of protein in these options. So maybe I can use that as my lunchtime headed on my way back. So I'll see you then. All right, that took me 15 minutes. Grab those things, check out, bring it over to the appropriate area, put things on shelves versus refrigerator versus freezer. And now I'm on my way back. So now just over here in this area, I made like $27, and I only used about 9 or 10 miles. So like I said, that evens things out. I have a couple of miles to to get back over to where I am. So I have a little bit of leeway with that $27 and only having used 10 or 11 miles. So that helped me out a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna eat a little something on my way over, and I'll check in just a little bit. Okay, I took an order I would not normally take, but it's gonna lead me back to my area, and I'm trying to get that acceptance rate up, so I might as well. I'm not doing anything else, and 3 out of those miles are just getting to the Aldi, so it's really 5 miles for $15.50. 35 items at Aldi shouldn't take me long at all, so I'm just gonna I'm gonna ride with it, see what happens.